Alright, folks, hello and welcome. Today we're gonna be playing some MetAmuLIT as we often do on Mondays. And the list that I bring to you today, it's a little bit weird. But it was basically inspired by a shout out, by the way, to the Up2Date Podcast, that is Harlan Fear and Suck Alien. And I was listening to the podcast, and they were talking about Relic of Progenitus being actually pretty solid in the metagame, right? Being really good against Uro specifically in order to, prevent the Uro from coming back. Just being a one mana proactive thing that you can put into play, and you can keep them off Uro, keep them off Mystic Sanctuary, and eventually, when you have to, you can just crack it and get your card back. They talked about not only the card being very good, but also there being some decks that can potentially play it in the main deck. And Zach mentioned Tron, I think, and he didn't mention MetAmuLIT, but of course, that's literally exactly where my mind went towards. And basically, that's what we're going to be trying out today. I just played a league off stream, and I went 5-0. We didn't play against any Uro decks then. I did play against Red-Black Powers a couple of times, and actually Relic of Progenitus felt like it was a little bit lackluster in the Prowess matchup. So I actually ended up cutting it out because we have like Dismember, Gust, Baloth. All of these cards are just better than Relic in the matchup. So didn't Tron mainboard 3 copies? Yeah, exactly. That's actually the... Play MetAmuLIT again? Hashtag sub. There we go. Thank you, Dark Saga. I play MetAmuLIT literally every week. It surprises me how many people are like, well, this is not MetAmuLIT. It's just like I play MetAmuLIt literally half of my streams. Anyway, glad to have you back, Dark Saga. I appreciate the support. But yeah, that's Zach actually did mention Tron, and he didn't mention MetAmuLIT, but I mean that's what I thought, obviously. So adding the Relic, I cut the Explosives, I cut the Pact of Negation, and I added a second copy of Field of the Dead. Before, instead of Field, I had access to the third Tolaria West. So now we're going with second Field. This frees up a sideboard slot, which I used to play another Beast Within. The sideboard is definitely up for debate, and so is the main deck. Like yesterday, after I posted about my 5-0, Matt Dilks actually coming out of nowhere and calling Uro a meme, which I honestly don't disagree with. It's just it's kind of quote unquote free. I mean, it's not 100% free, but like over this Uro, the card that I would be playing would be the 4th copy of Explore. So, like, is the first Uro better than the 4th Explorer? Maybe, maybe not. It's tough to tell. Like, so far, I've been pleasantly surprised by the 1 Uro more than I have been punished. So that's why I continue to play the 1 of Uro there. Is it possible that the 4th Explorer is better? Yes, 100%. It's very, very possible, but this is what I've been happy with, and I think it's okay anyway. Case Heroes, thank you so much for the 2 Trump sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Really appreciate it. Paper Titans Jack collecting dust right now. Yeah, I know. Mine are as well. It's the saddest thing. I actually posted on Twitter the other day, and I actually went to my Titan deck in my parents' house, which is where I leave all my magic cards. And I actually went through it, and like there's 4 Once Upon a Time there. I'm like, yep, I haven't touched it with this one in a while, huh? But yeah, anyway, so mana base the same. Field of the Dead, second copy over the Tolaria West that I've been playing before. 2 relics in place of the engineered explosives, and I don't remember what it is that I cut. I think I was playing the Pact of Negation. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So the sideboard we have Baloth, Double Force, Double Beast Within, Triple Dismember, Rex Sage Tracker, 2 Gusts. Actually, think that Gust is very, very good right now, to the surprise of nobody. And we actually have the explosives in the sideboard. In the league that I 5-0'd, I got paired against humans, which was kind of like one of the matchups where I could have potentially been punished by having the main deck Relic. However, they did not have the meddling mage in game 1. They had double meddling mage in game 2, but like game 2 things get a lot easier for us against meddling mage. But definitely got a little bit lucky there. If my opponent had the game 1 meddling mage, that match would have been a lot harder. All right. Sure. Turn 1 Stacy. I think this is a turn 1 Stacy hand. I'm gonna try to hold on to this T-West because I might be able to transmute it with Dryad. I guess it depends on what we draw. Really found your MetAmuLIT list you played a month ago. Can't it still be played? So Sarah, sorry, your name is kind of a I always mispronounce this. I'm trying Dave, there you go. Sarah Kikansaki, there you go. Yeah, so usually the way that I see amulet lists is that they are basically always playable. It's like percentages of optimality, whatever you would say that word. It's just like how optimal or how optimized it is for a metagame or for the context, right? It's basically a matter of context. But yes, like they're basically always gonna be okay. Like it's gonna be like maybe slightly worse or slightly better. Like for example, in the prowess meta, I thought that Gracer was better than Stacy, but you could have still played Stacy, right? It's not like your deck would have been completely unplayable if you weren't playing Stacy. If you were playing Stacy, I mean. So like all of those lists and stuff is like, yeah, they're always fine basically, and it's just like, could it be better against a specific deck or against a specific metagame? So I'm actually tanking here. I think I'm just gonna pass, because if this is Storm, with my opponent not having played a threat yet, I'm starting to suspect that this might actually be Storm. And if it's Storm, then I definitely want to hold on to this Bajuka Bog. It is Storm. Alright, so it is Storm. So I'm gonna hold on to the Bajuka Bog. Chances that I'm dead here, meaning should I attack with this? I think I'm going to attack. I don't want my opponent to think that I have the bog. It's kind of like a bluff attack, but basically because I don't think I'm gonna be dead next turn. I might get punished by this if my opponent goes like Baral into nonsense. Do we still have concerns about goblins? Or are we not too worried about that right now? Well, it's not that we don't have concerns, it's just that the deck hasn't really picked up. Right? Like the deck was extremely popular in the first like week or two, and we were basically facing it every league or something. And then all of a sudden it kind of died out. So it's the same thing. Like do you really want to be spending so many cyber slots and stuff to play a deck that's like what, 5% of the meta at most? Like, yes, I'm still concerned. I think it's a very bad matchup, but I mean, it's just not that played. If it's the correct thing in this meta, but against blue-white control, thought distortion seems like a... Oh, okay, so it's 100% Storm. It's just like a good way to overwhelm the opponents. Yeah. Okay. I tried Thought Distortion multiple times actually, and I was consistently underwhelmed by the card. So yeah, I'm not particularly excited about playing it. Is this? I mean, these cards don't really matter, right? So I'm just gonna continue holding this Bajuka Bog here. But yeah, I did play Thought Distortion multiple times, and Thoughtseize always overperform over like Thoughtseize was very good, while Thought Distortion was sometimes a little bit lackluster. I particularly remember one match where like I cast Thought Distortion twice and we still died. Granted, it was because I just couldn't find a Titan for, for my life, but still. Opponents can trip in hard. Thoughts this is a good Magic card, confirm. Yeah, I would agree with that. What's this? Baral. Thanks, not looking great here. I think my opponent suspects the bog at this point. It's still my best bet, so... What I wish I would draw is a freaking bounce land. Have a hard opponent, don't do it. I mean, I'm still... Man, I missed my land drops on purpose so many times already. This is a weird game. Do you have a beginner guide for MetAmuLIT? I do. It's actually in 3 parts. The first one is like the beginner's guide, basically. I think I'm gonna bin this and this. And leave them with double ritual. But at least we don't give them blue mana. So yeah, the Mystifying series is 3 videos, and in the very first one I talk about, it's pretty old, but like it's still pretty, what's the word? It's pretty, what's the word? Like it covers most stuff, which is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, my opponent played around Bujikabog pretty nicely. I mean, it's just like, it's what I had though. Like there's nothing else that I could have done. Exhaustive, that's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. It's pretty exhaustive and it covers most of the stuff. Oh, daggers. Absolute daggers. So we're probably dead this coming turn. And we are exactly 1 mana short of killing them, which feels really bad. I guess it's possible for them to have remand. It's not the craziest thing. We're a Kid King. All right, I was actually thinking about that. I need to start getting back on the whole push-up thing. I've been slacking for sure. And I will need to... We need to figure out kind of like a schedule over the stream, you know? Like I'm gonna do push-ups like every like couple of games or something. Couple of matches, I mean. Explore, get out of here. Ghost Quarter, get out of here. Stacy, hang in there. Relics, Stacy's are cool. 1 field can be cut. Started doing 10 push-ups before every drink. Damn. Good for you. Good for you. Flying on, I'm in the middle of writing a primer for MetAmuLIT, going over a lot of things. Do you mind if I tag some of your videos? Van Bloodman, I mean, if you're a sub, right? Look, you should have access to... I have an MetAmuLIT primer that I started that is available to all my subs. I never actually finished it, but it is currently... It is currently 84 pages long, where I consider, like, I talk about like some basics, I talk about like different styles of lists, I talk about card selection, going unnecessarily deep on card selection, even considering cards such as Mortuary Mire, Academy Ruins, Kessig Wolfrun. My thoughts and the ideas, Arch of Araska, Endless Sandstorm. I went really deep in this one. Um, but I just never finished because it's the most overwhelming task that I've ever faced, basically. It's so absurdly ridiculous. So I started writing it like 3 times already, and every single time I've been just like overwhelmed by it, and I stop. Because it's like MetAmuLIT just changes so much. MetAmuLIT just changes so much all the freaking time. So it's really tough to keep up. Oh, this hand seems very good. Boom, let's go. Stacy, take me home. I went top top. Brutal. Opponent confirmed Luxac. Can we draw an amulet? Because that would be sick. There's like 0 chances that I die next turn, so I'm just gonna tap out here. Alright, their mana is kind of messy. The Electroman. Damn, any land would have been great there. But we only have 30 in our deck though, so it makes sense that we didn't draw it. Wait, what? Why would they pay in the worst way possible? Like, it was just strictly better for them to pay here. Who am I to say, right? Who am I to say, really? Should I crack this relic? Looking for a land. Right. They figure out that it was better to pay with the mountain. All right. Doing a lot of stuff over there. Starting to get scared. So I think what I do is I just put the win cons in the yard. And remand, I guess. The only problem is if they go get Blood Moon. I do have Sage though, so I guess I don't just die to the Blood Moon. Yeah, so this one to the yard and that one to the yard. It's a ritual. That's another ritual. You have a lot of mana. You just have remand. They have the remand. Alright. I have no draws here anyway. We're just dead. Alright. We just died on turn 3 through a relic. Just your average. I think if we had drawn that breeding pool one turn earlier, I think we would have been in fine shape, but... Well, would we? No, we actually wouldn't have. We would have been able to cast the Titan, but then my opponent just kills me anyway. I would have found Bounce Land plus Bog, I guess. They didn't even use the R though. Yeah, but we're dead anyway. Anyway. The worst matchup for primetime is blue-white control? No, the worst matchup is mill. Blue-black mill. Sultai mill, whatever you want. Like any kind of mill deck. That is the worst. Then you have the extremely bad ones, which are Neoform and Infect. Those are the extremely bad ones. Then you have the very bad ones, which is Storm. Then you have the bad ones, which are, that's where blue-white would probably sit. This is like the most medium hand I've ever seen. This is the mediumest hand. If we're playing against a deck that Relic is good against, this hand is honestly kind of great, but sure. I mean, I didn't put Relic in my main deck to not keep this kind of hand, right? Hater Vial. So, humans. Oh, hello. Yeah, I feel like I have to fetch right here. In case... this is most likely humans. But it could also be a Taxes deck. And if it's a Taxes deck, I need to make sure that I fetch first. Maybe we would punish by damage if we're actually playing against humans. If we're getting paired against Taxes, we're not gonna get punished for the damage, I don't think, but... Isn't still easier to see blue-white rather than a rather difficult mill? Yes. That doesn't mean that they are... that doesn't mean that the other ones are not worse. Alright. It is Taxes, I'm a genius, etc, etc. I mean, humans plays exactly one basic planes. I have guessed Taxes multiple times, and it was actually humans. In terms of metagame percentages, it's way more likely for it to be humans than it is for it to be Taxes. So I'm gonna go with Vestige here because we can actually cycle the Explorer. The Relic, sorry. Which is what I want to do. Explore. Hello. So we need another green. Oh no, we're short. Oh, I messed it up. I should have played the castle there. Whoops. I misclicked. Gotta give her. I mean, the fact that they got Batterskull, it kind of has to mean that they don't have Feast and Famine, right? It was kind of a huge mistake that I didn't play the castle over the basic. Maybe it was just great. Well, so next turn I can play field, and even if they ruin me, we're still fine. Only problem is Arbiter. So we're gonna get Batterskull in play, which is fine as long as the Batterskull doesn't wield the sword. We're gonna be okay. Now, if the Batterskull starts holding swords, we might be in trouble. I guess we don't have main deck explosives. Alright. Sure. Get a forest. So they get 3 cards in hand. This went up to 3, so we don't need to worry about Arbiter anymore. Sousa. Let's see if this works. Having drawn 2 of our basics is kind of gross, honestly. So we're 1 minute short here. That's fine. So now we are guaranteed to Titan next turn. Maybe I should have led on the field. And then after they go squatter me, we can just play the Azusa. Yeah, that was better. That was actually better by a lot. Why not play Titan? Because I don't have enough mana. This costs 6. We only have 5. Next turn we can play Titan. So they probably don't have Feast and Famine, which is really good for us. So much land hate, jeez. So much land hate. What are these basics? Yuck. Yuck. Yeah, 4 mana, we'll seal with 2 mana. Yeah, that's what I said. So if I had led on field, I would have forced my opponent to use the Ghost Quarter. That's why I said that it was a mistake to lead on the Azusa. Yes, that's exactly what I said. That's why I said that I missequenced. And yes, it was a mistake. Yeah, but I think it was still correct to force the Ghost Quarter activation, right? I'll take my free block, thank you very much. See what we draw. Still no Arbiter, which is good for us. Flicker Wisp. The Azusa. Resolves. Field of the Dead to Larry West. Four, 8. So we're gonna be able to, unless they go squatter. I guess they can go squatter anytime. Okay. So we're at 8. Can go down 1. I think I'm gonna transmute and play Dryad right now. We can also Udo. Huh. Is Udo better than Dryad? I think it might be. We can just get it back next turn. Or if we find Vesuva or another Simic, we can just Udo right now. And Udo basically guarantees that even through a path, we don't die here. Then we also draw that, which is pretty good. So they're gonna path my Titan. Oh, that's right, we also had an Azusa. We don't even need that. We're fine. Gonna be taking some damage here. But that's fine, because they would need to main phase activate the Giver. This game 1 turns out to be actually pretty interesting. For people out there saying that Uro's a meme, clearly it's busted. Sure, pro green. So we're gonna take 7 here, down to 4. Wonderful news, they fixed Pioneers, is that great? Then you can play more Junter. God damn it, Stabs. Speaking of memes. Speaking of memes. Charming Prince. Gonna exile their own Flicker Wisp. Comes back on end step. What are they gonna do? They're gonna take my Titan for the turn? Sure. One, two, three, 4. Yes. Bounce land would be a great draw. We whiff, so we're just gonna have to Udo here again, looking for bounce land. We're still not dead because our Titan is going to come back on end step and we're going to be able to fetch for a basic. Oh, there you go. That's also better. Boom. Boom. Whoever called Uro a meme, apologize. I'm gonna get to do a lot of stuff here. Alright, so we're definitely getting Tolaria West because we're gonna go get a Dryad. So we're gonna get Tolaria West plus Valakut. Nah, Tolaria West plus a Bowsland is better. Boros haste Uro. We can actually haste the Titan. I'm interested in Valakut down their board. I'm assuming no path to exile here, basically. Because we probably cannot beat a path to exile. So since we can't really beat it, there is not much use in trying to play around it. Summoner's Pact. Pact for Dryad. Play Dryad. Haste my Titan. And even if they do path the Titan, we have another Titan coming back on end step, so... Yep. Like, this is still fine. In fact, we have a solid amount of... Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to... we're gonna be hasting Stacy here, which is hilarious. We're gonna need to not have any more bounce lands in hand, but it's fine because we can get the bounce land off the Titan trigger. So play this, play Stacy. So they're gonna need another path to exile. I think we're actually still fine. Valakut Vesuva. Kill this and kill this. Yes. Yes. Isn't this game hilarious? Imagine my opponent thinking that they were gonna win this game, right? MetAmuLIT. Just so delightful. We actually started this game. We actually started this game by playing Relic and exiling 2 cards, and we still got to Uro. I packed it for Uro, and we got to Uro on the following turn because my opponent just like went ham on my lands, which is really funny. Steve Fox 97. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Very interesting game so far, says my opponent. I agree. I think I'm gonna copy Valakat. Yeah, I'm gonna copy a Bounce Land. Also, my opponent is down to 13 minutes on their clock. And I'm at 18. Always yes, always yield. Alright, so we're gonna pay for both for the pact. 2, 3, 4. Yes. Go to combat. So I'm gonna stack the primetime trigger first, and once the Titan trigger is on the stack, that's when I'm going to activate this, and I'm going to copy Valakat, which is going to allow me to kill the germs so they don't get life. And now everything is gonna trigger twice. Is my heaviness, but what is Relic main deck for? I started the stream explaining why. They were talking in the Up2Date podcast about how they thought that Relic was pretty good right now against the Uro decks, and that's why I'm playing it, just to try it out. I played a league off stream, I 5-0'd, and then I'm streaming the list right here. We lost round 1, got paired against. Oh, that's right, I actually have to update the record now. Man, I've grown so spoiled. Updating the record manually. What was I saying? I forget about what I was saying. Great showing for Uro there. Great showing for Uro. It's pretty cool. This Uro card's pretty alright. It is pretty alright. I hate that we drew one of our basics. That's worse. That is better. Keep bottom. I'm gonna have to lead on Misty, I think. Again, because of Arbiter. I'm gonna fetch a second breeding pool here. No, this decks very often play Arbiter anyway. That's actually not a bad draw at all. So now we're gonna get to probably a Susa next turn. But before and the Black Splash, would you play more cheap spells to make the player this card instead of Distortion? So this is the kind of thing that testing in leagues doesn't really help with. Usually what you want to do is you want to, when you're testing a card like that, you want to get together with a friend and you have to tell them, well, let's jam, I don't know, like 20 matches, right? And I'm gonna have like Thought Distortion in my deck, and let's try to see what happens. Like let's try to test the card's effectiveness in the matchup. And unfortunately, leagues don't really help with that too much, which is a little bit of a problem. So my sample size is definitely small, but in my small sample size, I feel like the Thoughtseize did a better job than the other stuff, basically. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Teleria and I'm going to play Simic and I'm going to try to protect the castle. My opponent can have double Ghost Quarter, which is probably actually what they have. And if they have double Ghost Quarter, they should try to Ghost Quarter right here, right now, and then Ghost Quarter this on my next turn. But I'm kind of YOLO in here because we are falling a little bit behind. Yeah, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna take this 4. I'm not excited about it, but it is what it is. Best draw is probably this member, I guess. Another Charming Prince. I guess an untap land would be nice. I guess a bounce land also works. Yeah, all of those are fine. They kept 2 cards on top last turn, but now they put 2 to the bottom here, which is kind of weird, honestly. Yeah, it's not great. Stacy, Dryad. Our Dryad is probably gonna get passed, but at least now we can double block the Arbiter if they happen to attack, which I doubt they will. But certainly going to try, especially because the MetAmuLIT are pretty random. If few people follow the online meta, it's easier to face bet decks and sometimes not very big too. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like trying stuff is always what I encourage people to do anyway. It's also more fun. Well, that's fucked up. Path plus double Dryad is pretty problematic. Well, at least we got a 6/6. So they need another path now. We're out of cards. And if we get to untap and my Titan survives, we win. Colossal Dread Mode to the rescue. Yep. Sometimes that's all you need. I mean, it's not that likely for them to have a second path to exile, so... Oh, that's hilarious. They have to pay for their arbiter. Hashtag synergy. So, looking for any land here? Fire and ice. Interesting. So best possible draw is probably any land that I don't already have a copy of in the battlefield. Hello there. One, two, three to pay for arbiter. We're gonna have Simic plus Simic. Simic plus something else. That's gonna be... Can I validate everything? Huh. I might be able to do some valid nonsense here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But now that I have this amulet, I think that I should be able to... Okay, get Simic plus... Pay for this, get Valakut plus Simic, that's one... We haven't made a land drop. 1, 2, pay here. Attack. Get Simic, Valakut. Valakut's test in play. Simic in my hand. Replace Simic. And then I have an extra land drop. Sure. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this at instant speed because I'm 1 mana short. They take it. Okay. Oh no, we're not going to be able to do this. Because we're not going to have access to a land in hand. Whoops. We're not going to have access to a land in hand. Because we need to use Simic Growth to bounce it otherwise to transmute. So we don't have access to a land in hand. So that being the case, I'd rather chump block with Stacy than having to chump block with a Dryad. Yeah, so we just chill here. We just pass the turn. Can transmit for field. That seems like a waste of a transmute. Seems a little bit of a short-sighted move. Well, I guess... No, it would have been the same. Would have been the same. We would have died regardless. Alright. Alright, let's not move to 5 this time around. Alright, this hand's actually pretty solid. Keep. And we're gonna bottom. Simic Growth Chamber feels kind of bad to put on the Simic there, but I think it's correct. Another Dryad. So we saw multiple of the 2-drop that exiles a dude. So if given the option, I'd like to dismember exactly right now. Oh, hello. Boom, boom. Try it. Play this. Say go. I'm not too worried about a giver here. If they have the dude plus land, that could be a problem. I still think I'm moderately okay here. Let's put out a big Titan, shall we? Alright, it's actually not bad for us. Stacy. Alright, so next turn we're going to be looking pretty good. Still have protection from Arbiter. They don't have the Arbiter. That's pretty huge, actually. It's pretty huge. Wait, what? Why didn't... Okay. So now we just win? Oh, hello. Suspect. Gonna sack one Selfless Spirit here. Yep. Alright, float 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So we need to do this one more time. 1, 2, 3. Balak you. Blue. They're completely tapped out. Nothing I should be scared of. So this should be lethal. One, two, three, 4. Yellow. Opponent says GG's. Usually I feel like Taxes decks are pretty good for us. Their cards are just kind of mopey. And if you know what you're playing around, it's really easy to get ahead of them. Particularly if you're on the play. Keep. This is actually one of those... Oh, we're on the draw. This makes things easier. Oh. Okay. We're playing against another Taxes deck. Carlos Christian, thank you for the follow. Why not use Garen just to have mana in the case? Just playing quick. I did use Garen Break. Yeah, I did use the castle. I think I'm going to fetch. I'm gonna fetch this one and I'm not gonna fetch the other one. But I want to make sure I have blue mana in case my opponent paths my Dryad or whatever. And they could have like Arbiter into path. Why am I playing against 2 Taxes decks in a row? You want to double Ghost Quarter me? Please. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you probably don't want to do anymore. All right. So 1 and 2, green, blue, 1, Udo. Bog you. If they tap out for Battle School, I'm definitely Ghost Quarter in their Ghost Quarter. So if they tap out for Battle School, that's probably good for us. We're actually not that far from getting this war online. Last league I played against Ascendancy combo 3 times. That's hilarious. It's also hilarious how my opponent just falls into I'm actually gonna let them destroy my castle. But I'm going to make sure that I can fetch. Now we're almost there. Yep. The classic. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I will let him destroy the castle to get the Karoo. Yeah, keeping the Karoo in hand is letting me more mana. And actually then destroying the castle allows me to Udo here. Right? So we want to play my land. Bounce this. We pay for Arbiter. We fetch. This Arbiter has helped us more than it has helped them. Even Mind Sensor. That kind of doesn't matter. Sure. You got us. So we do this. Unless they also have a path. Blue, blue, green. Float this. Cast Udo. We have white floating. Play this. Activate. Play Stronghold. Play, sorry, Sanctuary. Red. Haste. Protects Slayers, I guess. Go to combat. Attack. Kind of sucks. Sure. So we deal some serious damage and then we pass. So Uro is a meme, huh? Yeah. It's been kind of insane in back-to-back games, which is hilarious. On back-to-back matches, I guess. So I guess that they have a Flicker Wisp, and that's why they didn't do anything there. Because otherwise they would have traded with my Batter Skull. This still digs me deeper towards the Titan, so it's not the end of the world. We take some damage here. It's fine. End step, comes Udo. We trigger again. Yeah, there you go. All right. That's actually a lot better because this means that now we get to haste this Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play this. Mind Sensor is kind of a beating, but Mind Sensor is kind of a beating here, but it could be worse, I guess. Mind Sensor is doing a lot more than Arbiter. Hello there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yep. That was cool. That was cool. Opponent on mono hate dot deck and still beating them easily. Alright, so cut this one, cut this one, cut this one. And one Azusa. It must be pretty tilted here. Yeah, I mean, but I searched my deck like 4 times, right? Like, eventually I was gonna find some business. It's not crazy lucky that I got there. Yeah, my opponent says wow in chat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ship this. Heaps LOL, thank you so much for the 2 trim sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Appreciate the support. How are you liking the cardless package? It's fine. Sometimes you card, sometimes you do something else. It's always cool. Actually, I don't care about this. I'd rather save my... I think I'd rather save the Dismember for a Mind Sensor. Seems better for me. Ward 42 luck with a Twitch run sub. Welcome back, Ward 42 luck, to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. Oh, wow. Really? Well, that's sick. Opponent just doing me a serious favor here. Just stepping out for me, allowing me to Sanctuary without problem. My opponent did not appreciate that move, I guess. Alright. Both teams played hard, we just wanted it more. I mean, to be honest, like, that was just a punt, right? Like, that was just... There was literally no reason for doing that. There was literally no reason to do that. They just basically handed me the game in a silver platter. Like, I would have had to play around stuff and do things if my opponent had just held up mana. Would have made things a lot harder. I wouldn't have been able to play my bounce land. It would have been a lot closer, at least. Came Titan Capitalist and single-handedly showed the socialist taxes deck of the old country. Yeah, exactly. You got the combo. Sure. Point on the move to 5. What exactly is the combo? It's sarcastic. Like Relic makes it harder for you to cast your own aura, so that's that's why it's like it's just a bad combo basically. Gobos. Relic makes Sura worse, therefore keeping her from getting banned. Exactly. Alright. Choose your poison. Playing on the macro metagame. Exactly. 5 steps ahead. 5 steps ahead. Take my Titan? Can't take my Titan. Wait, what? What the hell is that even? I think I actively want to crack the relic right now. Well, actually, I guess we're not even certain that my opponent's playing a deck. Like, we don't know if they're playing Goblins. Like, they're playing Castle Embereth. Like, what the hell? Another vial, okay. Yeah, I guess like the potential of actually getting to play my Titan here is just too large. So I'm going to cycle Relic here. Any land? That doesn't count. So let's Udo. Okay, that's a Whiffsky. I want to fold Udo, I have to keep the prices up. Exactly. All of this is just a very, very elaborate con to make sure that my Udo retains its price. My single oil Udo foil. Well, now we know that they're on Gobos. Alright, so if we find any land, we win. Sweet. Opponent bucks it. Gustos, dismembers, sage, explosives. I guess that they might be playing like an earth and that kind of nonsense. Kind of not into it though. Nomemex with the 17-month streak. Thank you so much for those 17 months of tier 1 subs supporting the stream. Thank you so much, Nomemex. I appreciate it. Should we cut an amulet? Cut it basically then. Why not make a Phantasmal Titan deck? Now you're talking. Phantasmal Image, my prime time. Even better, the other guy, the 3-mana one, the artifact. This is not a good hand. This one is pretty good. In case you were wondering if this one was a good one. This one successfully qualifies as a good hand. I think I'm going to bottom the Golgari farm. We might get punished for that. We'll see. Give the image haste. Can't go wrong ever. Next level. I mean, everybody knows what the biggest Pepega Amulet version is, right? Right? This is probably like the biggest, memiest, Pepega-est amulet thing that you can do. Like that's just so sick. I'm actually gonna go get a basic forest here. It's just so insane. You haven't lived until you have successfully Vesuvad your own prime time. That is certainly a before and after moment right there. Oh, is this a turn 2? I think this is just the turn 2. Whoopsies. The extremely, extremely rare turn 2. Extremely rare turn 2 kill. I'm not playing around shit, am I? Hell no. Here's Johnny. Opponent says GG's. Just get in. Get us some little flexus in there, you know. Speaking of, I have 21 10 push-ups requests. We're gonna do 10. So this is gonna be, oh, we're actually 3-1. I'm never gonna forget about the record ever again, so I'm sorry about that, chat. Can you see down there? Can you see me there? You kind of can see me. Okay, here we go, 20. Easy. Right on time. Right on time to rejoin the queue. Turn 1 relic. Hell yeah. All right, 10 push-ups. Mark is complete. 10 push-ups from 2 months ago. Well, this hand's solid. How are we dealing with prowess decks these days? Looking for EE. There is 2 copies of explosives in the sideboard. Two explosives, triple dismember, double gust, Baloth, Sage. All of those are our prowess cards. But it moves to 4. Huh. All right. I assume that it's Titan. Can you imagine if it's Dredge? Opponent just moves to 4, flips the table. How is Sage good versus prowess? Because Blood Moon kills you. Blood Moon is a 1-card combo that says target amulet player loses the game. So in order to change the text to if they don't find Rex Sage, target amulet player loses the game, you have to play Sage. It's very important to like sideboard for your opponent's sideboard plan, right? You don't just sideboard for your opponent's main deck plan. Because your opponent's main deck plan is gonna be the same, right? You're gonna try to aggro you out. Well, this hand has developed nicely. This hand has developed nicely. Boom, got him. Even though actually activating Relic against Tron is strictly disadvantageous. Not that it matters. Like if they're resolve a baby Karn, they're probably gonna go for something else, but alright. Here we go. Why no G-Tax improv that turn? What made you want to try the Mainborg Relics? Harlan. Right there. Harlan made me. This is all Harlan's fault. If it weren't for Harlan and Zach, I would not be playing main deck Relics. So you can just blame them. Top 32, the challenge Saturday with Spirit Guide Amulet. The card is broken. Nice. Nice, Jacob. Remember when we used to play like 3 Simian Spirit Guides? I remember. God damn it. God damn it. I'm gonna have to up the cost of push-ups. This is too much. This is too easy. Actually, I do need to edit my Crazy Legs and Growth Follow. I do need to edit my thingy. Man, if this hand had a bounce land, it would be hot. I'm gonna ship it though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 5. Before cost increase. Ugh. Keep. Bottom. Let's go. Oh, you talked about my list on the cast? Nice. Nice. Chat. Chat. God damn it, chat. Stop it. Well, we kind of have to Laxac here, right? Well, this is getting out of hand. So we're not going to get to go squatter them right here. We're going to have to go squatter them next turn. I could have go squatter them, but that means I have to bounce my Simic, and I don't want to bounce my Simic. I seem to have started a chain reaction. Damn it, Harlan. Everything that's going wrong today, it's your fault, Harlan. We're playing Relic in the main deck. Now I have to make like a bazillion push-ups. My opponent has Natty Tron, obviously. Obviously, this is your fault. Oh, there's like a million push-ups now. How many are there? 41? So that's 410 push-ups that I owed. Jeez. Haramic. Thank you for that, for the cheer. And to Safi, thank you for the 2 Prime sub. Welcome to the Prime Test Stronghold. What was the meme blue card you mentioned? Could you see the mobile? Oh, Imprisoned in the Moon. Imprisoned in the Moon. I actually, if you Google in my YouTube channel and you Google for, you search for Astronaut Titans or something like that, you're gonna see that I played this league multiple times. The combo, I played a league with 3 Imprisoned in the Moon, I think, in the deck. And the combo is you Imprison in the Moon your own Primeval Titan, and then you cast your Titan, you Imprison in the Moon, then you use Vesuva to copy your Titan that is now a land, and then your one Titan gets 2 more Titans. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Sundering Titan. Alright, so the question is, can we find the Primeval Titan? The answer is no, we cannot find the Primeval Titan. The good thing here, though, is so at this point it just doesn't matter, right? Like my opponent just has infinite mana, and whatever I attempt to destroy, they're going to get again. But I would like them to not have Ulamog, because Sundering Titan is going to come down and it's going to destroy 1 Castle Garenbrig. We can still Titan them very easily next turn. The actual problematic card would be Oblivion Stone. Yeah, we're just gonna have 6 here. For double drops. Did a 6K song request? Yeah, no, that's actually, I'm gonna have to, because we're not gonna be playing music in this channel anymore, unfortunately, because of the whole copyright infringement thing. Dimension Dog, thank you for the follow. So I just refunded you. And that's why I said that I needed to update my channel point thingy. Wait, what? Eugene. Alright, so if I find the Titan, we're going to win. And if I don't find the Titan in this draw step, then we're going to lose. The nice thing is that Sundering Titan and Ugin are kind of like mutually exclusive, because like one makes the other one bad, which is hilarious. What if this song replaces one that I wrote? Then that's fine. Alright, Toledo West or Primetime? One Time or Basic Forest? How about Basic Forest? How do we like Basic Forest? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 2 lands. If my opponent's Sundering Titans here, we still don't care because this Semigrow Chamber is enough to cast a Titan if we top deck it next turn. And now even if they gain minus, we get to Titan them anyway. Pretty sure Jim Davis is able to play music with his stream by recording his own audio, then the music on different audio channels, and then removing the music channel of the YouTube upload. Especially if that helps you or not. Yeah, I mean, I could have tried that. I think that it's what Yama does. But it's just like, it's too much of a hassle, and honestly, I don't care that much, basically. There's the Monk. So we have this turn to top deck at prime time. We're going to die. Hit me confused because there we go. Because the VOD on Twitch cuts out the strategy talk to. Yeah, exactly. Can we double Titan? So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 8. I think we're gonna have enough. So we have 0 lands. We're gonna have 1 land. Then we're gonna have 2, 3 lands. Then we're gonna get to attack. We're gonna have Valakut plus Sunhome. So this is gonna be 6. Yeah, so we should have enough. I'm not playing around anything, however. I am not playing around anything because I don't think we can. But I think we should be good to go. Four, 5. Bounce. Pact. Primeval Titan. Prime time. Now we can get Valakut, Stronghold. Yes. Valakut, Stronghold. Red, white, haste, haste. You know what would be the sickest play if my opponent has a Nature's Claim and they Nature's Claim their own Sundering Titan? That would be how I lose this game. So we're gonna do, but I can't play around anything, so. Because I can't play around anything, We're just gonna YOLO. So, did I use my fetch line? I did not, so there should be a Misty there. Misty, and I did use my Ghost Quarter, however. Valak you, Valak you, Valak you, Valak you. Fetch. How about that? Fortunately, there's people out there that still play green Tron, so we can keep on farming on them. Went away from 5 minutes. Well, I said multiple times if we top deck a Titan, we're going to win, and we did top deck a Titan on the last possible turn, so we won. It's pretty straightforward. Just your casual amulet, just your casual amuleting. That's cool. That's cool though. All right. So 4-1. So currently 9-1 with this list. The relics are okay. Funny enough, we actually lost. The only match that I lost was against Storm, where the main deck relics would have been reasonably alright, but we just lost anyway. Come on, Jero. Thank you for the follow. É um filho da puta. Yep. I'm not arguing with that. Come on, Jero. I'm not arguing with that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oops. No, I definitely won for that guy. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking out the video. I will be back for some more Amulet action very, very soon on the next video. Bye-bye.